Amen. You can have your seats. The heart. I'm before you this morning. I count it a privilege and an honor to be before the saints of the Most High God on this morning. Please forgive my voice. I'm a little raspy. But my topic is action. And if you allow me to give a title or stick a subtitle onto that, I say lights, camera, action. Action is defined as a fact or a process of doing something, typically to achieve an aim. Just the very mention of the word action makes you think you ought to be doing something. Not just standing still, not just looking mundane, but action. You know, it thinks you got to reach, you got to stoop, you got to do something. Action makes you think you need to move. The medical team went into action. Just the word alone, it just makes you want to move. So I'd like to make 3 points about action on this morning. Words put into action. My first point, words put into action, is in Genesis 1:1. And it reads, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void. And the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light. And there was light." Key fact, God said. God said words into action. Words put into action. Remember, the earth was without form and it was void. So nothing happened until God said something. God spoke the words and action came. The earth was formed and it was no darkness upon the earth anymore. There was light. He said, let there be light, and there was light. So action put into words. My second point, faith put into action. We all know the story of Abraham. Abraham was faith put into action. We all know this. He was told by God to sacrifice his son. Abraham didn't move until God spoke to him. It was his faith. He was faithful when he heard God say to go sacrifice his son on the altar. So Abraham was definitely faith in action. That's when God told Abraham to go, and he went. So we need to move when God tells us to move. We need to sit down when God tells us to sit down. We need to turn when God say turn. We need to read the word when God say read the word. We need to hear what thus said the Lord to us when he is speaking to us. We need to be in position to hear what thus said the Lord unto us. Faith in action. Can I call upon the 3 lepers on this morning? I'm going to call on the 3 lepers. Thank you, Evangelist King. I'm going to call on the 3 lepers. There was 3 lepers sitting outside the gate in the middle of the valley, just getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Death was beginning to creep in. It was beginning to wrap its arms around them, crawling up the base of their neck. Their pulse was getting weak. They were getting faint. They were beginning to slump. They were beginning to fall. They were dying before each other's eyes. So somebody said, one of them said, wait. Why must we sit here and die? Faith in action. Somebody had the faith to say, I shall surely live and not die. I'm going to get up from here and I'm not going to die. I'm going to move. I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to do something, but I refuse to sit here and die. It was definitely faith in action. My God, faith in action. My third point is love in action. Well, we all know it. Jesus went to Calvary to save a wretch like you and me. That's love. He hung him high, he stretched him wide. He hung his head for me, he died. That's love. Love in action. Jesus paid the ultimate price. He hung, bled, and died on the cross, but not just my sin, but for your sin, 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 for all our sin. We didn't deserve it, but it was love in action. God gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. That's definitely love in action. So in my closing, it's lights, it's camera, it's action. We all got our invitation. We've been to the casting call, y'all. We've all read the script. We've all rehearsed our lines. We know our parts. We know where to stand. We know where we're supposed to be. We know the time we're supposed to be there. So it's lights. We are the light of the world. We are supposed to be the light of the world. We're supposed to show up and show out and eventually let God show through us that we can shift the very atmosphere in the middle of it. We can walk in the room of chaos and show up and show out and say, God is on the scene. God is on the scene. Why? Because he lives in me. He lives in me. So we can shift the very atmosphere just by the God in us. You know the Jesus in me does the Jesus in you. Take the Lord along with you everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, because he's in you. So you can change the very atmosphere. You walk in your house and chaos is going on. Peace be still up in here. We ain't having it. Why? Because your very presence has showed up. And the God in you shows up and shows out. You can say loose here, as Elder Keys was saying. He said the older saints say, loose here. I used to remember my great-grandmother saying that when I was acting the fool. Loose here. Yeah, I remember that. Yes, she did. So the cameras are following you. We got the paparazzi on the scene, y'all. You are the star. You are the star. They follow you. We got Peter, James, and John all snapping pictures. They looking at you. You're the one that they're focusing on. You're the one that they're looking at. So greater refuge, I appeal to you on this morning. Let us go out and take the city. Let us go out into the highways and the hedges and compel men to come. Let us get in position, as our pastor was saying this morning, go back to the basics. Let us be in position to receive the ones coming through the door. Let us not be the ones always on the altar, but let us be the one running and say, sister, can I help you? Can I help you? Let us get in position. Let us be ready to heed the call, because it is a call, y'all. It is a call. This neighborhood been calling us. We just ain't been ready, but it's lights, it's camera, and it's action. So you on stage. Are you ready? Thank you.